Hello, it's Alex, the Bookubus. Today I'm going to be talking about the activities, fun things I want to do during the spooky season. I already shared a video talking about the books I want to read this October, and there will be a third video coming up soon talking about the movies I'm going to be watching in October. But today's video, I'm going to be focusing on some spooky seasonal things I want to do. So I'm just going to run through these. Maybe you will get some inspiration for some things that you might want to do. And I've never really shared a video like this before, but with Kelsey's event, Halloween-A-Thon, just really got me kind of interested in actually making a list of things to do, rather than just, having a few things floating around in my head that I may or may not get to. So here are some seasonal and spooky Halloween-y things I want to do in the upcoming weeks. One of them is listen to my Halloween playlist. So I'll leave a link to this below if you're interested in checking it out. This is a playlist that has kind of evolved over time. I used to have it on a different platform, and then a few years ago transferred it onto Spotify. And since then have kept adding to it. So it's currently, I think, over 14 hours long. It's pretty eclectic, we've got some classics on there, but also, some things from all different eras, and some of it is specifically Halloween-y. Some of them are songs from horror films, some of them are songs about horror films, and some of it is just stuff that I think fits the Halloween vibe one way or another. So check it out if you're interested, and hope you enjoy it. And I have already been listening to it myself, but definitely want to get some more listens to it during the month. So that should be a pretty easy one to accomplish. Halloween decorations. So we're already well into September. We're almost at the end of September, in fact. And at the time of filming this video, I haven't yet put up any decorations. The past couple of weekends, I have been meaning to put some up, at least indoors, and I just have not had the time. So hopefully I can get to that soon and at least get some indoor decorations done, and then at some point start on the outdoor as well. So indoors, not really got a specific theme other than Halloween. My husband and I have accumulated quite a lot of decorations over the years, so it'll be fun to go through all of those and put them up. And outdoors, last year we actually did like a themed thing. It was a kind of like satanic human ritual sacrifice, your classic kind of decorations. Here's a picture. It turned out really well. We were really pleased with it. It looked awesome. We got some compliments from some neighbours, and definitely some strange looks from others. So I'll call that a success. This year we're dialing it back a little, not like on purpose, but this was just what we wanted to do this year, was just kind of like a skeleton graveyard situation. So hopefully that will turn out well when we get a chance to do it. And another thing I want to do actually indoors, which I saw in a like vintage Halloween party and decorations book that I read last year, was a kind of like a spider web on the ceiling kind of thing. So I've never done that before, but I think it will look really cool. I picked up some black crepe paper, and I'm just gonna kind of trail it across the ceiling into a spiderweb design. Seems easy enough, but I'm sure it'll be a bit complex once I get up there and do it, but hopefully I can make that happen, and hopefully it will look cool. And we are actually hoping to host a Halloween party this year. It's been some years since we have hosted one, but the last one we did was really fun. And since then I've enjoyed going to other people's parties when I've had the opportunity to do so. But I think this year we are gearing up towards hosting one of our own, so hopefully that will be fun. Another thing I want to do is send out some Halloween cards. So I've made lots of friends through Booktube and Instagram, and I tend to try and send out cards each year, but definitely want to make a point of doing that this year. Okay, another thing I want to do, and this is just like a being at home kind of activity is to attempt a murder mystery jigsaw puzzle. So my husband and I always keep an eye out for these at thrift stores. You can pick them up really cheap, and we have enjoyed doing a few of these over the years. Yeah, this is normally like autumn or winter activity for us. So I'm not sure I will definitely get to one in October, but if we can at least start one, I think that would be fun. Yeah, it's just a good time of year to kind of hunker down with a jigsaw puzzle, get some atmospheric music on, or maybe a podcast, and yeah, get a drink and settle in with a jigsaw puzzle. Yes. And the thing about these murder mystery puzzles is you have like a little story to read, and then you have to solve the crime, which is always fun. And B, the actual puzzle picture itself is a mystery. So it's not the same as what's on the box. It's, yeah, you just have to figure it out as you go along. And then, yeah, you read the story, and then there'll be some clues in the actual picture to help you solve the crime. So we're normally not very good at actually solving them, but it's still a fun activity. And yeah, if we don't get to one in October, then hopefully, yeah, November, December time we will. But yeah, if we get the chance to make a start on one sooner, I think that would be fun. Halloween baking. So I do love to bake every once in a while, and I recently tried a new to me recipe. This was some pumpkin chocolate chip cookies, and they turned out really good, if I do say so myself. So I'll definitely be making more of these. I will leave a link to the recipe that I used below. It was, yeah, very easy to do. It did take way longer than the 10-minute prep time that it said, but it was still worth it. Yeah, they were really good, and I look forward to both making and eating some more. So that should be fun. And then, yeah, my husband and I have been kind of compiling a list of other like Halloween-y, you know, reels and TikToks that we've seen that look interesting. So might try and attempt some other things. I don't think there's anything like specific that I've got on my radar yet, but yeah, hopefully we can make some fun stuff. And yeah, speaking of like food and drink, there's a few going out things that I would like to do. Definitely pumpkin spice latte, of course. I have already indulged. I've had one iced version and one hot version so far. They've both been delicious, and I look forward to drinking some more pumpkin spice lattes while they are available. Another thing I want to go out and do is there's an ice cream place in Pittsburgh that we've been to a few times over the years. It's called Page's Dairy Mart. I'll leave a link to it below in case anyone else is in the area and hasn't been. But yeah, I believe they've been there, you know, for a really long time. They normally close sometime in October, like for the season, and then they'll reopen in the spring. But yeah, they do have like a fall menu, and it's always full of like amazingly seasonal awesomeness. And yeah, we haven't actually had a chance to go yet this season, so hopefully we will get in there before they close for the year. And I'm very much looking forward to trying out something that I haven't had from their menu before. And another Pittsburgh thing is there's an all year round Halloween themed bar called Jekyll and Hyde. I've only actually been there once, and it was kind of early on after we'd moved here, so this is going back some years. I remember it being very cool decor wise, but I think like the music they were playing just was not, it was more like just generic music you'd hear in any bar rather than like what you would maybe want to listen to in a Halloween themed bar. So yeah, the vibe of it was just a bit off for me, but I've been meaning to go back and give it another try sometime. So yeah, I think we will try and make a point of going there sometime in October. Another Pittsburgh thing is there's an amusement park called Kennywood, which I've never actually been to. I think, you know, amusement parks was definitely the kind of thing I enjoyed when I was younger and in my teens. But over the years, as I've gotten older, they just don't hold the same kind of appeal for me. I don't really like crowds, and also several years ago I actually had a kind of traumatic experience on a roller coaster, so that's kind of put me off a bit. I'm definitely a bit more cautious, and yeah, certain types of rides just don't really appeal to me anymore. but I do want to give it a go. I'm sure there are some rides that will be fun to try. So this time of year, they do what's called the Phantom Fall Fest, which is where, yeah, they kind of create these Halloween themed zones, and yeah, you can obviously go around the park and go on the rides, but you can also explore these areas that they set up specifically for the season. So yeah, I would definitely want to go to that this year because I've not been to it before. Yeah, hopefully that will be fun. I'm not really into like these extreme haunts that, you know, have been the rage in recent years. It's not for me. I just don't like the idea of it. I don't care if that makes me a wimp. You know, it's good to know your boundaries, I think. But hopefully this thing at an amusement park will be kind of like a good middle ground. And yeah, will hopefully be a bit spooky, but not too involving. And yeah, I can pick and choose which rides to go on. So yeah, looking forward to it. Okay, and just a couple more things, and we're going back to like home-based activities and some crafts that I want to do. So I do want to do a bit more crochet. I've already completed 2 Halloween projects, which I started in July and just recently completed. I made 2 cushion covers with this really cool, like multicolored Halloween-y yarn. One of them is different shades of greens and black. The other one is like shades of purples, pink and orange. I really love the colour combinations of them separately, and then I love them together. I think they look really good. So yeah, I'm really pleased that I got them done kind of mid-September time, because, you know, I don't get a ton of time to work on projects like this. I just kind of work on them, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, as and when I have the time. And there is one more project that I want to do, which hopefully I can start sooner rather than later, but it is a Halloween shawl. I don't think I've ever even considered making myself a shawl before, but there was one other colourway of this type of yarn that I decided to grab, and this one is more like purples and greens and black together. It's very witchy. My first thought was like, yeah, some kind of blanket, but I've already made blankets. You know, you can have too many blankets. So I thought, let's try for something else. And I thought, yeah, maybe a shawl. You know, I can cozy up in it when it gets chilly. And, you know, with it being like witchy colours, I feel like, you know, I'm kind of embracing my hag era at the moment. And yeah, what a better way to enhance that than with a shawl. You know, I think that's going to be great. So I haven't started this yet, but I look forward to doing so. Time will tell if I actually complete it before Halloween or not. And one last thing is Haunted Dollhouse. So I always see this time of year, you know, people sharing reels and TikToks about like turning a dollhouse into something Halloween-y and spooky. And I always thought that looked really cool, but never really made a point to try and do my own. But this year I thought, yeah, I actually really want to do that. I want to make it happen. So a few weeks ago, my husband and I decided to hit up a few thrift stores and see what we could find. Not only did I find one on the day we went, I found it in the first thrift store we went to, and it was like the most incredible dollhouse I could have imagined to even find. So yeah, I was insanely lucky to get this, and it's like almost 3 feet high, so it's pretty big. It does have a bit of damage to it that I still need to repair. Yeah, this has been sitting here for a few weeks now. I just have not had the time to start making it into a haunted dollhouse yet. But hopefully I can get to it before too long. And the best thing was it was only $12.99, which is insane. So yeah, just an insane amount of luck going on there. This is definitely one of like my best ever thrift store finds. I'm excited to have this. It looks really cool just as it is, to be honest. But I definitely want to, yeah, get some black paint involved and some little accessories and stuff and see what I can make with it. So I will keep you posted on that. I also want to wear a Halloween costume, of course, for the party, and this is one that I've been wanting to do for years, like literally since I was a teenager, but haven't for whatever reason. And last Halloween I made the decision that, okay, Halloween 2024, I'm doing it. It's official. And I'm going with a namesake, Alex, from A Clockwork Orange. So yeah, I've had a bowler hat since my teens, which I picked up because I was obsessed with A Clockwork Orange, and totally normal behaviour, it's fine. And yeah, anyway, I've got part of my costume already. I just need to get a white shirt, which has been surprisingly difficult to find. You wouldn't think it would be. It seems like a very basic item that you could find in any thrift store. But for whatever reason, I just haven't found one yet. So I still have a bit of time, thankfully. So hopefully I can pick one up and then, yeah, put my costume together. Hopefully it'll be awesome. So I'm excited for that. And that about wraps up my list of Halloween-y activities that I want to get to this October. Let me know if you are also hoping to do any of these activities yourself, or yeah, let me know what kind of things you're hoping to get up to this October. I'd love to hear about all of the spooky plans that you've got. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video. Bye!